Time for the spotlight. Oh, welcome to the spotlight with Herbert Dennard. Oh, welcome to the spotlight. Middle Georgia spotlight. Yeah.
Good day and welcome to Middle Georgia Spotlight, and I have as my special guest today, Elaine Lucas. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You've had some health issues recently. Leukemia, I believe.
Yes.
Could you tell us about it?
Well, leukemia is blood cancer. And I discovered it because one day I got a little dizzy and my husband insisted that we call an ambulance. Ambulance came, and the results, when they were checking me out, it just didn't, something was off. And they asked if I wanted to be transported to the medical center. I said, of course, of course. And so when going there, they checked my blood and found that I had a high level of what they test for as far as leukemia. And so my doctor did tell me, met with me and told me I did have leukemia. He was very, very upset. And of course, when you get a diagnosis like that, you are very, very upset because nobody knows what the outcome is. My doctors at that time told me they knew I had never been a drinker, I've never smoked, no illegal drugs or anything like that. Maybe a little overweight, you know how we do. We love
just a little
food,
bit,
just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. But after all of that, then my doctors did a little more testing. They referred me to a hematologist who's a blood cancer doctor at Emory in Atlanta. And through the combined forces of prayers from thousands of people in this community, including yourself and everybody, and family and friends, and the medications that I was given, the treatments, some radiation, some chemo by mouth, other treatments, I was able to go into remission. And I think my doctors were as happy as I was in giving me that news, because doctors really, they fill in, they become like your family, especially when they're making judgment calls as far as your treatment plan. And I think they hope and pray that this good medicine works. And in my case, I went into remission, and I've been telling it and thanking everybody all over, anywhere and everywhere, because the combination of not messing up your body before, being strong to begin with, and then also the prayers and good wishes and vibes and the nutritional foods, changing your way of eating, drinking more water, and then the good doctors and the new medications. People don't know there are just so many new methods and medications to treat cancer. And since I made it public because I wanted the prayers of everybody. But I also wanted to let other people know who are dealing with this, because when you first find out, you're secretive. You don't want people to know. And I don't know why in our community we just don't want folks to know our business. We don't want them to know that we are sick. But I shared it with the public because I wanted people to know that if I couldn't make it to do some of the community things, I knew there were tens of thousands of other folks who could join and do something to keep this community going. And that happened. Many, many people called me and said, I'm with you. You take care of yourself, get well. I'm going to jump out here. I'm going to get registered. I'm going to get others registered. I'm going to work on this food drive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And that achieved one of the purposes. And I put it out there, announced that I was in remission because I wanted those same people to know just how grateful I was and what I did in order to get to remission.
From the first time you found out when they took you to the medical center. How long before you found out that you had remission? What's the time gap?
It's about 6 months. 6 months, and the treatment was grueling.
When you say grueling, what do you mean?
It involved weekly treatments, 7 days in a row, 3 shots per day in my stomach, and medication by mouth that I took, along with a pill for nausea. And so I got nauseated one time, and then I learned to take that nausea medicine. And so that was the grueling kind of thing, and it was back to back, 1 week and then another week. And now because I'm in remission does not mean I can go back to everything that I used to do. I've got to incorporate a little exercise, got to get back to walking. I've also learned that you got to drink more water. You really should be doing that anyway. Drinking water, or low-calorie flavored something. And then the right foods, veggies, protein, lean meats, chicken and fish, that digest better and give you the protein to build your body. All of those things. Now, I love beets too, and I know you recommended beets, so I buy beets and eat those and as many salads as I possibly can during the week. So that whole change, and you have to cooperate now. There are some people I've met at the Cancer Care Center who had stopped taking their medicine. And so I heard them saying, nobody likes all the medicine. And when you have cancer, you have a lot of medicine, you have possible radiation and then other kinds of treatments. But you have to do what's in front of you. If there is a possibility, just think, if you lived 100 years ago, some of these medications and techniques would not have been in place. So you would be, the death rate was much, much higher. For a lot of cancers now, the success rate, the remission rate is higher and higher and gets higher because we have all of the research that's going on that allows for new medications to come on the market. They're expensive. And that is one of my worries, that with the administration in Washington cutting off research funding and approval of new medications and stuff, that they're going to harm the chances of new medications being. I thought when I was diagnosed, I said, my goodness, Trump just cut off millions of dollars for research, cancer research. I said, suppose they're on the cusp of discovering a new medicine and they cut off the research. I said, my goodness, that's an evil person. And so we better vote. We better vote for people that are advocates for health care, new medications, research, and the betterment of all people, because everybody should have access to quality health care.
Let me ask you, did you think during this time of your own mortality?
Oh yeah, that's the first thing you think about, because when you're diagnosed with cancer, you start thinking, and you can't sleep, you cannot eat. I lost a few pounds initially because you are so worried that your life is coming to an end. And so you start doing some things that you should have been doing all along. You know, I got taxes done, I got some paperwork done. I started putting in place a plan for making sure that the school, EL Academy, continues to function as a low-cost high school diploma program. I started doing all of that stuff. I'm still doing that because cancer is unpredictable. You can go into remission, but then it can come back. So if you continue the kinds of things that you were doing to go into remission, just on a slightly smaller scale, with updates or frequent visits to your doctor, and continuing the I went on the gummies, the multivitamin gummies, vitamin B, 12, C, and D. And there's another supplement that has the vitamin C that you can put in water and drink that and continue your water. Those kinds of things you have to keep up so that your body gets stronger and stronger, and your white blood cells and your red blood cells continue to get back toward normal levels. So it's a thing where when you first get the word, you know, it's 0 to 100. You know, you think about your death. But then as the time goes by and you're still kicking, you say, well, let me do some things that I should have been doing all along. And that's what I did. And I am so grateful. And I want to thank everybody and thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on and encourage people. Do the healthy things that you can before you have a health issue. And you might, avoid health issues. Or if you do have a diagnosis of cancer or heart disease or whatever, you're likely to do better the healthier you are. So that would be my recommendation, and continue in prayer. Get connected with whatever religious association you want to. Get involved with as much stuff, helping kinds of things in the community as you can, and do something. Don't just sit around and moan and groan. Do something, because none of us knows how long we have, but you can make it good or bad.
Absolutely. I appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, I appreciate being able to come by.
Fabulous. And I went to an affair you had that Dr. Henry Clay Ficklin put together in your honor.
Right.
And you was able to talk then.
Yeah.
The prayers of the righteous availeth much.
It does. It availeth much. And if there are people who want to talk to me about this, and we can form a little group and talk back and forth and encourage each other and keep each other healthy and involved, they can just call me, just Google me or check in. Nobody has a problem finding me. Just call me and we can talk about some mutual things that will be beneficial to us in this struggle. It's not over, so you got to do the best you can while you're here.
And some of the things the doctor told you is drink more water.
Drink more water.
Exercise.
Exercise. Fruits, vegetables, and the green leafy vegetables that we love. Those are very, very good. Broccoli is very good. The greens, if you put the turkey, and we like it with some other stuff in it. And you can't eat. You really cannot eat. It works against your body. You can't eat some of the things that you've been used to eating, or you can't eat them as regularly.